In the ancient era of Bali, when Hindu kingdoms still thrived and spirituality dominated people's lives, there lived a powerful brahmana named Sidhimantra. Sidhimantra was a respected figure, renowned for his magical powers and regarded as the guardian of the balance between the human world and the supernatural realm. He lived in a sacred village at the foot of Gunung Gagung, a mountain believed to be the dwelling place of the gods and the center of spiritual life for the people of Bali at that time. Sidhimantra had a single son named Manik Angkeran. Although his father was a respected brahmana, Manik Angkeran grew into a young man who did not appreciate the spiritual and moral values taught by his father. As time passed, Manik Angkeran became increasingly immersed in the bad habit of gambling, which at that time was considered an act against Dharma teachings. The family's wealth was depleted due to his actions, and Manik Angkeran became trapped in debt. One day, after losing all his possessions to gambling, Manik Angkeran returned home with feelings of despair and shame. He pleaded with his father to help him out of this predicament. Despite his disappointment, Sidhimantra could not bear to see his son suffer. As a powerful brahmana, Sidhimantra knew that the only way to help his son was to use his spiritual powers. They both then went to Gunung Gagung, which was believed to be the spiritual center of Bali at that time, where the gods and supernatural beings resided. At the peak of the mountain, there was a cave that was the dwelling of Basuki dragon, the sacred dragon that guarded the treasures of the gods. With the power of his mantra, Sidhimantra summoned Basuki dragon. Upon its emergence, Basuki dragon, immense with scales shimmering like gold and silver, appeared from within the cave. As a powerful brahmana, Sidhimantra pleaded with Basuki dragon to grant him a small portion of the treasure it guarded, so that he could help Manik Angkeran pay off his debts. Basuki dragon, wise and honoring the sanctity of a brahmana like Sidhimantra, agreed. From its mouth, it released gold, gemstones, and jewelry. Sidhimantra received it with gratitude and urged Manik Angkeran not to be greedy. However, Manik Angkeran's ingrained greed made him want more than what had been given. While Sidhimantra was praying, Manik Angkeran, filled with desire, gazed at Basuki dragon's shimmering tail. In his mind, he thought that if he could cut off the dragon's tail, he would obtain even more treasure. Quickly, he drew a knife and severed Basuki dragon's tail. The dragon groaned in pain and fury. With burning rage, Basuki dragon exhaled fire that engulfed Manik Angkeran's body in an instant, incinerating him to ashes. Sidhimantra, hearing the dragon's groans, immediately realized what had happened. With deep sorrow, he saw his son's ashes lying in front of the cave. Despite his disappointment and anger, Sidhimantra knew that Manik Angkeran was his son, and as a brahmana, he had the power to seek forgiveness. He then pleaded with Basuki dragon to bring his son back to life. Basuki dragon, although angry, possessed a wise heart and agreed with one condition: Manik Angkeran must promise to abandon his greed and lead a better life. With the power of his mantra, Sidhimantra successfully revived Manik Angkeran. When he returned to life, Manik Angkeran realized the grave mistake he had made. Before his father and Basuki dragon, he vowed to transform into a better person and no longer be ruled by greed. From that moment on, in the ancient era of Bali filled with moral and spiritual teachings, Manik Angkeran lived a wiser life, firmly upholding the Dharma teachings passed down by his father.